Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy. I'm your host, Sega Girl NB, and in the last episode, we finished off a few things over at the fountain, but there was a key reason as to why I actually wanted to go ahead and start here rather than over in the fountain. If you look at the map, there's another prankster comet over in the terrace, so I'm going to go ahead and finish that up over there. Might as well just go ahead and do that while we're at it. So the blue ones are actually going to be very interesting, primarily for the fact that, if we go ahead and click on there, I did mention in the last episode that Honeyhive was going to get its own prankster comet to begin with, just because there was like a little indentation, but a cosmic comet. So we had a speedy comet and a cosmic comet. So this is the Honeyhive Cosmic Mario Race. I'm definitely going to need to cut that out, but because I don't want to be gross or anything like that. Any hoozles. There we go. Go ahead and get in my thingamabob and whatnot. But the thingamabob is just the job. It's bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Definitely not the right game to be talking about that kind of talk, but, you know, doesn't really matter. So, I would have gotten this done yesterday. Like, I'm sorry, I have to go on, like, a little bit of a personal rant, but I did not have a good day recording yesterday. So, I'm honestly, like, heavily debating on whether or not I'm even gonna remotely, post that commentary, in the video where I was talking about, there we go. But, yeah, everything that happened with my older sister and everything like that, it just really made me, like, super angry. So, you know, I apologize when if people ever have to hear me like that, but, I mean, like, you know, sometimes playing games that I personally, like, really, really enjoy, they usually tend to be, you know, the things that really kind of get me back into, like, a good mood, but, yeah, it was just kind of a... It was just kind of a weird... It was a weird situation, and, you know, like... I mean, I talked it over with my sister and everything like that, and, you know, like, we made up and everything like that, but, I mean, at the same time, though, it was just, like, really, really frustrating that I only managed to record 45 minutes, you know, for that play session, and, you know, I only ever get, like, a couple days off, like... So, I want to be able to make progress on those things, like, on my days off, but, you know, I can't do that when there's a bunch of people, like, making noise, like, all at once, especially people who I'm just not really that familiar with, you know, like, I don't mind like, I'm not gonna pry into my sister's dating life or anything like that, but, you know, it's like, as somebody who's helping to pay rent, you know, on the house and everything like that, you know, essentially for my room, I just think it's just really dumb that, like, that space isn't really being respected, you know? And I'm saying that because it's like I'm almost, like, 30 years old now. Like, literally in, like, a couple months, I'm gonna be 30 years old. And that's crazy to think that I've been on this earth for almost 30 years now. But, I mean... Here we are. Here we are, far beyond the distant sky. See all the world and all the stories will be over. There are any Dragon Force any Dragon Force fans in the audience? Go ahead and sound off in the comments below. Man, that's like one of my favorite albums ever. I know that early, like, Dragon Force gets a lot of crap because they write the same song, like, over and over and over again, but I don't care. It's all, like, stupidly ridiculous stuff anyway. But yeah, like, not Ultra Beatdown. It was Inhuman Rampage. That's what it was called. Inhuman Rampage is just, like, straight up one of my favorite albums ever. But I love that song, though. What is it called? The Trail of Broken Hearts? I can't remember if it's like Trail of Broken Hearts or something like that. I know it's Broken Hearts something, but I used to listen to that album like all the time back in high school. I talked about this in like one of my videos too. I talked about it where uh, one of my favorite games of all time is Guitar Hero 3: Legends of Rock. And I talk about this with my coworkers like all the time too, because I'm really happy because like a lot of my coworkers are gamers, so like they know exactly what it is that I'm talking about most of the time. So that's just a really cool feeling. But Guitar Hero 3 was the game in high school that I probably played more than any. And it felt really cool because of the fact that it's like in the era when everybody was like debating over whether or not the 360 or the PS3 was like the better console. I was over in the corner with the Wii because those other ones were just too expensive, and Mom didn't really see the reason for me to get another console. So in the end, I'm actually kind of glad that she kept that stance, because it's like that eventually led to me discovering all those things on my own, like, at a later date anyway. You know, it's like, nowadays, my mom doesn't really care that I spend money on my consoles and things like that. So long as I'm, you know, I have enough money for food and everything like that, and I'm taking care of myself, you know, that's really all that matters, because at the end of the day, it's coming out of my paycheck. So, you know, it's like my mom doesn't have to pay for that anymore. So that's the neat thing. But, the good thing is, when Guitar Hero 3 came out, it was multi-platform. So it didn't matter what console that you had. So long as you had the game, you knew what basically everybody at school was talking about. And everybody was talking about Guitar Hero 3. I can guarantee you that. It was like one of the most popular games, I think, like, that year. So when it came out, I was like, it was just nice because of the fact that, it was nice because I got introduced to a ton of my favorite artists, and Dragon Force just happens to be one of them. So, not long after I bought the album, I found it, I think, like, either at a Best Buy, or I found it, because that was back when I actually used to buy CDs. And, like, I still had my iPod and everything like that. I had my iPod Nano. So, the idea was that I wanted to, I would buy CDs, and then I would put them into my computer at the time, which was, like, running Windows 7, I want to say. Man, I miss Windows 7. Windows 7 was such a good operating system. But anyways, but I would put that into iTunes, and then I would put all of those songs onto my iPod. Nowadays we have things like Spotify and Apple Music and things like that, but back then we manually had to buy either off of the iTunes store, and do it that way, or we could just, you know, get a CD and then just import it ourselves, and that's what I used to do, because I liked buying CDs back then. I don't do that as much anymore. And that's kind of a thing that I sort of miss. Well, that was like one hobby I missed a lot, because it's like, if I really liked an artist and I really, really, really dug their music, I just wanted to get the CD to support them. So I did that for a few, I did that for at least 3 Dragon Force albums, and I did that for almost all of Daft Punk's albums, because Daft Punk is my favorite musical artist. Nope. Don't want to go down there. I want to go in here. Because we have a Hungry Luma, so I actually want to take this time to actually collect all of these... Whoop. I want to collect a few star bits. Pretty sure this little guy wants 50. So, we're going to be, like, walking around this little... Oh, hello. We're going to be walking around the inside of this little glass planet, looking for a few star bits here and there. There we go. That's 51. Now that is the way forward, but... Again, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of all these Goombas and everything like that. Goombas! Okay, and then... Now I need to find the way out of here. So, that's not where I came. Yes, it's right over here. So what you're supposed to do is go ahead and jump, and then... Boop! Like that. Now let's go ahead and talk to this Hungry Luma. We're not going to do the Hungry Luma mission. Actually, yeah, I think I'm going to. Just because, I mean, like, I've been, like, completely off the beaten path and everything like that, but you know what I mean. There we go. I was trying to get the cursor to show up on this little guy. Alright, that's it, I'm stuffed. Here we go, transform! And what do you turn into? Oh, into a planet that's the shape of a wooden Yoshi head. So that's the only Yoshi representation we're gonna get for this game. You gotta wait until the next one to get, like, full-on Yoshi. To get your Yoshi on. You want to get your Yoshi fix, you gotta make sure that you wait... Ow, sorry. You gotta wait for the next one. Now, this mission in particular is pretty easy. All you have to do is just, like, stomp on all of the Goombas' heads, because they're all infesting the planet. I love trying to get, like, a combo going of, like, how many that I can jump on, like, all at once, but I apparently seem to be absolutely, like, failing at that. I can only get up to, like, 2. But normally I can get, like, a pretty high combo every now and again. But that's not really, like, that's not, like, a requirement or anything like that for this one. You just have to make sure that you kill all the Goombas. And that about does it. Wow, that actually looks really good up close. I like the wood texture and everything like that. Oh, but you want to make sure that you stay away from the nostrils, because those will definitely hurt you. I did that just as an example. Yeah, to make an example of y'all, because, you know, you don't want to go... You don't want to be, like, sticking around somebody's nostrils. So, now that that was over, sorry, I had to take, like, a quick little break just so that way I can, you know, have a sip of my zero sugar strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. I absolutely love Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. Like, I'm just saying that right now, like, just to get that out of the way. Man, we've been cleaning up in this, and we're only 12 minutes in, man. We've been getting, like, a bunch of stars. So that's good to know, at the very least, that we can make, like, a lot of progress in a video and, you know, not have it just be limited to, like, a bunch of different, like, story important missions and everything like that. So we're definitely cleaning up things pretty quickly. I am very happy about that, at the very least. Gonna grab all these star bits. Star bits? Star bits? Star Fox? Alright, the Hurry Scurry Galaxy. So with this one, the main gimmick with this particular galaxy is that any single time that you step on these, they're going to start disappearing. You can get, like, a bunch of coins just by, like, mashing the jump button. But we're going to want to collect the colorful music notes. Remember how I was showing you in the... Whoop. No, I wanted to make sure that I got my footing there. I showed you in the Good Egg Galaxy... how it is that you're supposed to do it, where you follow the different musical notes, and that'll basically get you, like, some sort of reward. They try to psych you out with this, but pretty easy. They're not going to be as easy the later that you get into the game, but that's just one way that they're going to show how you can do, you know, a particular thing like this. Alright. So, I want to go ahead and check my progress. Now that we've actually gone ahead and... Man, we've gone up almost 4 stars literally in, like, one video. That's crazy. But, like I said, like, you know, the further and further that we get into this game, like, I've played this game, like, I don't know how many times, and, you know, I can get these literally, like, on my first try, like, no problem. I think it's going to be only, like, towards the end of the game that I think we're really going to have, like, any sort of trouble. So, because the game does eventually get, like, harder and harder as you go along. But, again, I'm not, like, terribly worried or anything like that. I also want to apologize, too, if, like, the commentary for this Let's Play hasn't really been, like, what people have been expecting. The thing with me and, like, games where there's not a whole lot of dialogue, I love talking about, you know, my life. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why I love Nintendo Capri Sun so much, is that, like, he has, like, personal memories and, like, things about his life that a game will remind him of. And for me, that's really kind of, I think that makes it just, like, a little bit more personal. I know that I want to make it personal without it, you know, without me having to really show my face all that much. And because, like, I'm, you know, as a trans person, I'm generally, like, very, I have a lot of, like, dysphoria about the way that I look. So, like, I usually don't like to show my face all that much on camera. I'm trying to get better at that because I want to be a little bit more confident in myself and in my body and whatnot. But, I mean, you know, that's neither here nor there. Hello, Mr. Goomba. Man, we've already got 50 star bits for that. Alright, so this is the way that we're supposed to go. Once you head out of that launch star, literally come, like, head first into that freaking crystal. We're heading on to the little area that has our mini-boss section. I love these spiders, by the way. I love how fluffy they look. Kind of going with the same, like, aesthetic as the queen bee from the Honey Hive Galaxy. And then you just casually have this toad over here. You know, he's hanging on to this thing for dear life. Well, if you use your pointer, you pull back, go ahead and launch him safely. So now, we get to do the same thing. And boom. Oh, jeez. Sorry, I didn't mean to bounce on your head, little guy. Do you think that that's where their brain is? Or, like, is it just, like, you know, like a cushiony kind of thing? Like, do they not have a brain? Do they have a brain? I am so confused by the physiology of toads. I'm... I know that that's, like, really not something that I should be thinking too deeply into, but, I mean, at the same time, though, it's like... What is up in that little, like, mushroom head of theirs? Alright, so now we go ahead and launch ourselves towards this gigantic cocoon, or, like, a web of some sort. You can actually, like, if you use your pointer, you can actually shake the, you can shake the web around. I wanted to get that, I wanted to get the toad off of there, just so that way he wasn't getting hurt by anybody. And here we go, the boss of this one, I believe is, Tangela, or Tangletox, or whatever the frick its name is. I don't remember. This boss can be a little bit tricky if you don't really know what it is that you're doing, but, like most bosses, you just gotta make sure that you're hitting its, just gotta make sure that you're hitting, like, the giant, obvious, part on its body, so that way you can, you know, attack its weak point for massive damage, I guess. Attack its weak point for massive damage. I don't even remember, like, exactly where that even came from. Hold on, I want to aim it, like, right about there. Oh man, I just missed it. Uh-oh. See, like, when it starts wiggling like that, that basically is, like, an indication that he's gonna start flipping himself back over. So... Uh-oh, we gotta move! Wait, why am I going for... Okay, that was weird for a second. I was... Did you see that? I was literally just, like, running into a wall. I don't know, like, what happened with gravity there for a second. Hang on. Ugh. Jump! Jump, Mario! Okay. That's what your name was, Jump Man. So why aren't you jumping? Okay, there we go. I need a... Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to... I need to recenter the pointer really quick. Get the coin, you know, so we can get our health back up. Alright, that one's done. Whoop, nope. And... Wow, I just somehow barely managed to get that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep centering the, because the pointer, unfortunately, is in, like, a really unorthodox spot, so I need to make sure that I'm going ahead and centering that a little bit more frequently. But, I mean, minus a couple mistakes here and there, we somehow managed to finagle our way into that, so I'm thankful about that at the very least. Whew, okay. Wow, 5 stars in one video. That's crazy. And would you take a look at that? We've already gone ahead and gotten the Hungry Lumen to show up. So I think, for now, I'm going to go ahead and end things off. But in the next video, we're going to go ahead and, if I go ahead and go to the map here, we're going to head on up over finally to the Battle Rock Galaxy, finish everything that we have to do over there, and then we're going to do the Hungry Luma. And then maybe potentially in the other video after that, we'll go ahead and do Bowser's Star Reactor. So, I'll see you guys in the next one.